This episode of FPR is brought to you by transistors. When in doubt, the answer is always transistor. Right?
Sure.
Welcome everybody to another Wednesday night in the 8th episode of FPR.
Would have been a lot more, but
What do you mean?
we've been sick.
Oh, we have been.
Very sick.
And not just sick in the head.
Yeah.
Radio Geek says it's also transceiver is another good answer.
There you go. Welcome in, Radio Geek. Thank you for coming.
Thank
he
you.
is a new local to the channel.
He's a subscriber and he's also local to us.
Yes. Welcome in, Nick Hardwater, Jeff Kane, new local Austin, Cheryl's.
Cheryl's here. Isn't that great?
Yes.
You already said Jeff Kane?
Yep, and Mrs. Hardwater, Jennifer.
Oh, Mrs. Hardwater. And just one more fish.
Jesse.
Jesse's. That's awesome. For those new to our channel, this is a newer streaming that we do aside from our Mondays, which we haven't done very much of those lately. Due to time things, we're gonna have to move the time later on because of our child. Anyways, FPR is my brainchild. Still working out the bugs. It's kind of weird. Fish, plants, radios. Out of the blue, there's radios. We are fish keepers. Mm-hmm. We are plant nerds. And we both have a love for radios. So it's a live stream that we can sit down and really be involved with the chat and talk to you guys, answer questions, get you guys involved to try to talk about the things that we really love to do, our hobbies, our passions.
Yes.
So that's pretty much it for that. So that's all I've got for you tonight. Good night. Just
You
kidding.
can't do that every episode. Everybody knows you're just
Yeah.
full of it.
One of these days I'll say it for real and you'll all be shocked. That was the quickest live stream ever. 5 minutes.
The quickest replay ever.
It wasn't even 5 minutes. Yes. Radio Geek also has a channel. If any of our mods, well, I
post
guess
a link.
Jeff Kane's the only mod in here right now. You want to post a link to his channel and check that out. Am a radio noob. Like, I love radios. I'm learning like a lot of stuff. But this guy, he's got it down, I think. Just watching a few of his videos, I know that he knows his stuff. So it's pretty cool. I look forward to talking to him more and learning more stuff. Good night and good luck. Thank you. Are you actually leaving, or is that because
I think everybody's being facetious.
Oh, are they? What's that word mean again? Just kidding. All right. So I had subjects ready.
Thank you, Jeff. Subjects.
Subjects.
Go ahead, and then I'll fill in.
Well, we start with fish. And the first segment is about fish and fish keeping. Now, my idea for the subject this week is small tanks with big ideas. I feel like there's a trend, because I've been hearing about it, people have been talking about it, that big tanks aren't as popular now.
Tough. That's my big tank, and it's my popular one.
We have a lot more smaller tanks, namely 10-gallon tanks, and we're working on our ideas to redo our fish room and get things reorganized or I don't know the words. Sometimes my brain doesn't work. Get things
Not only reorganized, but set up to the functional point
Right.
where we don't have to constantly do maintenance. Well, not maintenance on the tanks, but maintenance in here of moving things and judging things.
Yeah.
Get it to the point where it can be
Kind of set up
set.
the way we want it. And being that said, smaller tanks, I think, are going to be a newer fad, or the next wave, because I think things come and go
Hi, Mike.
in this hobby with what's popular and what isn't. And I feel that small tanks, small fish is kind of what's going to be the popular thing now, which is cool.
I've seen
for
it
us.
trending.
I would like to set up our tanks to be actually a little more thought into the scaping. We've always done the, oh my God, we have new fish because we couldn't help ourselves, and now we got to hurry up and set up a tank for them, which is not ideal for new people that are into this hobby. It's chances are you're going to kill your fish unless you know how to get the tank cycled right away, which we do, and we have good luck with that. But
Knock on wood.
but it leaves very little time to kind of make things unique or scape them. And that's not everyone's cup of tea. There's a lot of fish breeders here that set their tanks up for the sole purpose of creating more fish, which we also want to do some of that, but I would like to do some unique setups in each 10-gallon tank and kind of have them for enjoyment, because not only do I want to breed fish, not on a huge scale, but mostly just to see if I can do it, see if we can breed different types of fish, because there's different needs for all of them, because it's fun to learn, but also because I enjoy looking at the tanks and watching them. And that's what I think a majority of people that get into keeping fish is basically to sit and watch them. It's an ornamental thing.
Jeff brings up a good point. That might be the case, but do you keep tanks for other people or for yourself?
Exactly.
Welcome in, Christian.
And
Thank you for coming.
we're not going to set them up just to see how popular they are. It's just
No.
that we have tanks that are basically sand at the bottom, throw some plants in, get the filter in there, and so everything can kind of live, and it equals itself out. The plants kind of take over and do their thing, and it kind of scapes itself, but I want to do a little more creative stuff with driftwood and different things. Maybe pick which plants I want in there and all of that. So it's
Welcome in, Greg. Thank you for coming. Cheryl says she's got both breeding tanks and then just fun, relaxing tanks.
what do they call that? Display tanks,
Sure.
if you want, if you will.
Are you going to tell everybody what you picked up last week?
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I don't have a way to show them exactly right now.
Welcome in, 310. Thank you for coming. That's okay. You can just tell them.
Was it last week?
It was last week.
It's been over a week now, because it was something like
Well, then I've been sicker than more than I thought.
Tuesday or something.
Longer than I thought.
Oh, a week ago, last Tuesday or Monday, something like that. It's hard to tell time when you get like sick. Anyways, got a call from my cousin. His daughter bought a trailer house. It's a fixer-upper thing.
Major fixer-upper.
And the guy that owned it left some fish and tanks behind. Namely, only 2 fish, which reminds me I need to get in touch with them, because they said I could have the tanks too. But they showed me pictures, and they're hard to see over the phone when they send them, but I said those are betas.
Yeah.
I got there, had to hurry up, clean up a bucket, and get some decent water in there, and drive over to that trailer court and pick them up, because they were not taken care of.
Not at all. And the place wasn't heated. And it was going to
Yeah.
get super cold in there.
So they were worried about that, even though there was a tank heater in there. I don't know if it was plugged in. There was a rat's nest of extension cords and stuff.
I thought you meant a little rat's
I'm like,
nest.
that needs to be cleaned up. This will fire danger. I told them, unplug all of this. But I got them, brought them home. I have them in 2 smaller containers, which I know it's pretty unethical to keep betas in smaller ones, but they're
in medication tanks now.
fin rot problems, things like that. But one thing I did notice when I scooped them out of the tank, they were super spunky. You know, when you pick up a fish and it's wiggling like crazy because you got it out of the water, you know you got a pretty healthy fish. It's got some life to it. So I got them in 2 separate containers. I've been treating them with some Paragard and some antifungal type medications, changing the water out.
Yeah, there's definitely fin rot.
Feeding them and stuff, and they're starting to look a little better. Hoping that their fins are going to kind of grow back. They're still alive, which is good. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of a rescue tank. I told them I don't have a tank ready for them right now, which was kind of funny because they're not really fish keepers. My cousin has had aquariums before, but most thing they know about fish is going fishing, right? So you go fishing, bring a bucket with you, you toss your fish that you catch in there.
And then you clean them when you're done.
When you get home, most of those fish are dead. So they just thought I was going to be their lickety-split. It's like, well, it doesn't work that way. I don't have anything set up. I don't even have a container to bring them back in.
Water treated. They
thought maybe, and this was like one of the coldest nights. It was like 14 below or something that night.
Yeah,
it was
cold. Really, really cold.
I'm like, I'm not just going to pick up the tank that they're in and toss it in my vehicle and let it slosh around. And I'm not just going to throw them in a bucket with chlorine in it and all that. So anyways, I did make pretty good time getting over there, considering what I had to do first.
It was only like 20 minutes from start to finish before you left the house, and they were like, "Are you coming? Are you coming?
Are you coming? Are you there? Are you coming yet?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be right there." But I'm glad,
Welcome in, Foxy. Thank you for coming.
I'm glad I was able to rescue those fish because they're still alive, and I just can't let a fish die knowingly. That's supposed to be a pet and taken care of like that. They were in a 5-gallon tank together with, the usual
male and female betas.
1 male, 1 female. The female's pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Her pectoral fins are pretty much just sticks. A couple of sticks. The male, his fins were messed up. He's got a messed up eyeball on one side. I was telling people that it's got 2 eyes on one side because it's all messed up.
It did look like it, though.
It's starting to look a little better. It may never recover to being like great fish again, but if I can make them comfortable and whatnot. But they're in a 5-gallon tank. It had the usual plastic decor, the fake plants, the unicorn puke gravel. This is what you would expect that a lot of people end up using, which, if you like that stuff and you can keep the fish healthy in there, yeah, go for it. I just find that it's easier to take care of the fish using real plants, a different kind of substrate than that. I don't know. Like Katie said, to each their own.
It's all about the healthiness of the fish, though, in the end.
Yeah.
Radio Geek says Dr. Fish tanks.
Doctor's office tanks.
Yes, doctor's office tanks.
Right. Like
pristine Finding Nemo tank.
Right. The most dentist office, or that's like a stereotype.
Welcome in, Lucia. Thank you for coming.
The aquarium in there. It was not in pristine shape, I'll tell you that. It had been neglected for a while, and it's weird the guy would just like abandon that.
Yeah.
He left like a bed in there, some appliances, and some fish tanks with fish in them.
And turtles.
No.
No. Paris was going to keep the turtle.
I thought it was Paris's turtle.
No.
Oh, he had a painted turtle.
There was a
in there.
turtle left in there in that big tank.
Yeah. Anyway, there were some fish in with that, and they thought they were like feeder fish for the turtle, but I don't know about that. I didn't look at those fish very closely. I think they were probably guppies, or
They
I
were
think
a
they're
type of guppy.
minnows. They're probably minnows from the bait store or something. I don't
No,
know.
they were a guppy. I got pictures of them.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's what I did like the other week, last week, right before we got like deathly ill. I was just getting over being ill because it was right after Thanksgiving.
Yep. And then 4 days later, boom.
It's Katie's scanner if you're hearing the radio. Which is a pretty awesome scanner, by the way. I think we mentioned it before. We got the Uniden SDS 100, which I really like. And I found out they put a new one out now. When I saw it, it was like for pre-order only. But it's like $200 more than what this one was, which was already expensive. It's got some upgrades to
Welcome
it
in,
and
George. Thank you
built-in
for
stuff,
coming.
but I am very, very happy with that scanner, and I think Katie is too.
Oh, yeah.
It was a gift I got for her. What is anyone else saying in chat? We need to ask them questions about what do you guys think about, is there a trend of smaller fish tanks and nano fish? Is that kind of where you guys see the hobby going? Is that becoming a more popular issue? I'm hoping so, because it's just, it might help our channel a little bit, because that's the kind of fish we keep for the most part.
We do have some bigger fish, but we have small fish for the most.
You know what would help our channel is if we actually put some videos out.
Yeah, Jake. Radio Geek says the 200 is the top of the line for the scanners.
That's the non-portable one.
The desktop or mobile
So,
unit.
Yeah, so I was thinking of one of the two, and I just felt like a handheld version would be more beneficial for us, because we're in and out of the house.
Well,
we're
that
moving
and
around
storm
with it.
chasing.
Yep. I do like the storm chasers stuff.
Asia says she's mostly been a nano tank gal.
Yeah? What kind of fish, Sia, do you prefer in your small tanks?
I know a lot of people do rice fish. We have not done rice fish yet.
Jeff's saying it's been the trend for the last 5 years. So I'm a little way behind on that.
Well, I don't think we're so much behind. I think they're just now starting to market it more where it's public eye view. If you haven't been, looking into things.
Well, and maybe it's just a YouTube thing is what I'm more geared at. 'Cause it always was like monster fish that, monster fish this. Driven by certain bigger YouTube channels that had to have the biggest tank fish, and now I think that it's a little more towards what's realistic for people to have in their home.
Well, that's what Nick just said. He says he thinks people have less available space for big tanks. Nano setups are more accessible for people, or to more people.
They're a lot easier to maintain, I think. Well,
Right.
there's back and forth discussion on that, because if you have larger water volume,
Monetary wise, if your fish gets sick, the quantity of water you're treating
yeah,
is a lot smaller. 2, your filter's smaller. 3, you're probably not feeding that heavy in a smaller tank. 4, the plants, if you choose to buy live plants, aren't going to be that expensive.
yeah. I think it's a space thing more than anything.
Yeah.
A younger kid wants to get into it. Parents aren't going to be like, yeah, get a huge tank. Most likely going to get a 10-gallon tank. That's
Yeah, it's usually the
what
one people
most
start
people
out with.
start on. Yeah, I know I did. But I think that's been seeing new people come about on like places like Facebook, and they're asking questions, and to me Facebook's like a horrible place sometimes to get advice. It's just
90% of the time, I see people bashing people on there.
yeah, it just gets
The
nasty.
10%, then you get the good people who are willing to teach people.
So I think that we've experienced enough so far, and we're not experts by any means, but I think that
Learn from our mistakes.
some of the newer stuff that we're going to put out for videos when it comes to aquariums anyways is going to be geared a little more towards how do you set up a simple tank, how do you for new people, and there's already a lot of that content out there, but not so much just how-tos, and this kind of been our thing from the beginning, is
Just how we do it and what worked for us.
just showing normal doing this sort of thing.
Asia says she keeps Resboras, tetras, gobies, dwarf pencilfish, betas, and some others. Her rice fish are in tubs.
We've never had rice fish.
No, we haven't. But I'm not opposed to having them. It's just we'd have to order online and get them from somewhere else.
We're gonna make do with what we have for now.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Until we get things set up a little more. We have a lot of Danios, a lot of tetras, some barbs. I'm really into those. I love our endlers.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Just really into those. So that's kind of what my focus is going to be. I don't know, what's your focus, Katie? Being able to be out here?
Yeah, being able to be out here and do stuff with the tanks.
Have some what? I don't know if Jeff's talking to us or someone else. The longer you're in the hobby, the more stuff sinks in.
Sinks in.
Yeah.
I
Foxy
agree.
likes watching Storm Chasers.
Yes, she does.
I think that I'm going to end up
Jeff has
having
rice
like
fish.
5 different YouTube channels and cover all this stuff. Put it all on one.
No, just put it all in one, and then they can pick and choose what they want to watch. There's different categories, remember?
Rice fish, you dorky.
Shall we move on to plants?
Plants, Katie. And I think what I put in the description was that it's, at least for us in northern Wisconsin, it is indoor propagation season.
Yes.
So what are some plants you'd like to propagate that we already have?
Well, I've got a bunch of pothos, different types.
Yeah.
And I don't think we need to propagate any more spider plants. Those we can propagate when it's warmer. But I would really like to transplant my white princess and my white transcendia.
Pink princess?
Well, it says pink princess, but it's always white. I think it was labeled wrong.
Oh. Excuse me.
But I do have some inside still that are different types of philodendrons.
I'd like to do more of our succulent plants.
Yeah, we could.
I'm watching neat videos of people putting pieces on the dirt and misting them and having them grow in neat patterns and such.
Well, the burrow's tail that got super huge in the house,
Yeah.
anytime it loses a little piece of it, I just put it back in the pot and water it.
Yeah.
Radio Geek says it's time to trim the banana tree.
I don't have a banana tree anymore. I used to have one. That thing was probably, I'm talking like banana palm.
Yeah.
That was like 7 feet tall at least. I moved. and I put it in the back of my pickup truck, and I thought I had tied it off good enough and tried to take it slow.
Welcome
So I
in,
wasn't
Jose.
moving
Thank you for
far.
coming.
And yeah, by the time I got to where I was, it had somehow snapped off, and there was other factors too where I was living and what I was going through at the time. It just sucks because it was a big, beautiful plant.
Yeah.
The pot that it was in was like 3 feet around and like in diameter, and it was massive. But
Radio Geek says my grandpa does in northern Minnesota had a cut out in the basement concrete for a dirt plot.
nice.
Nice.
I wonder if we got a dirt spot in our basement.
I don't know, there's plenty of sand down there, but I don't think there's dirt.
Yeah.
And I
You
don't
could
want
dig up.
moisture down there.
That's
Not with
true.
the furnace.
Fine.
We'll rot it out. Jeff says it is baby making season. Agreed.
Baby making season?
Plants.
Oh, okay. Got all excited there for a moment. Yeah. Propagation.
I do want to do more this summer of aquatic plants
Yeah.
because River's going to be able to be outside more.
I think that's what I'd like to use a majority of our greenhouse for.
Yeah. But it's going to have to be where it's in a dark tub versus in a tank because of the algae growth.
I don't know. Depends on how much the plants grow, and if we get some Daphnia,
Oh, the weather kid's name?
throw that in there.
Harris, the weatherman. Is that what you're talking about, Jeff?
Yeah. Harris the weatherman.
Team Katie. Thanks, Jeff. You know, we didn't introduce ourselves this time around. The first time ever,
Oh, that's
you didn't
right.
make me introduce myself.
I don't know. I was just all excited I got to talk to another radio dork around here.
Yeah, he was so excited that he started the live stream without clicking going live again, and I caught it. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
So I was thinking. I can't remember what it was.
Now, you guys that have terrestrial plants on the inside, how do you guys go about propagating them? Do you put them, like I've seen people take tubs with peat moss and a little bit of dirt in there and then stick them in and then spray them and then put them underneath in the dark and then bring them back out, spray them, and then after,
Peat moss?
yeah, because it helps keep the moisture in.
Propagate what? I wasn't.
Terrestrial plants, like pothos, house plants, stuff like that.
Well, you know how to, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking how people do it. Do they just do it in a window? Do they do it in a tub?
How do you make your babies? In the tub, in the window?
We'll blame Jeff for that one.
So I think we usually use
Thanks, Jeff.
water for the most part.
Yeah, we've water rooted a lot of them. But when it comes to having a ton of them, like the sections of the pothos that don't have any leaves, but they have the roots coming off of them,
Yeah,
those are going to have to be cut and put into a tub.
right. Jeff put the link up for Harris the Weatherman's channel.
He is local to us.
He's a young
Great
man.
kid.
Yep, I've worked with his grandmother.
No, Mike, new
Know his
local
family
Austin, in
very
a
well.
box with the fox.
Wearing socks. Make babies while wearing
Oh.
socks.
Jeff says it depends on how he's feeling. I'm not going to go there, Jeff. Do you need a little Barry White to go in the background when you make your babies for your
What
plants?
kind of light?
Barry White.
Oh, I thought you said Bear Light.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't. I'm a little off tonight.
I guess so.
That's usually how it is, though.
You're a little off all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just thinking, because for us, obviously not going to grow anything outside when it's 20 below
No.
and 4 feet of snow.
Not
But
until we can heat the greenhouse.
when you're wanting to start new plants indoors and you don't necessarily have all the room to make seedlings,
Yeah.
sometimes just propagating plants through cuttings is a little quicker, a little easier to do.
Barry White nightlight.
Oh, that'd be cool. Great idea. I need to search Amazon for that.
Jeff
I'll
says
bring
he's
that. Someone has
thinking
that.
you need more than that lately, Katie. More than Barry White.
Oh. You guys are just throwing me off. Feel like I'm Aquafunk up here, just trying to maintain this track of thought, and everyone's Fish Fam Linky.
Yeah.
Okay, so I completely lost my train of thought on the whole thing.
Plants.
Normally I leave this section up to you because
Yeah, but you planned everything because I've been inside.
well, I gave you the subject.
You didn't tell me what you put for pinpoints to talk about. Just propagation.
Propagating plants over the winter time.
I haven't done it for a long time.
Oh, my mind goes there every time. Thank you, Jeff. All you want to think about is radios. You know it, and that's
Yep.
the thing. It clouds my mind
It does.
every waking moment.
He comes home on lunch, and what is he doing? Practice tests
I'm doing
for
my
radio.
hamstudy.org, which
Yeah.
is an awesome tool. No way whatsoever endorsed by them or anything like that. What's the word?
Sponsored.
Anyways, sponsored. But I have found anyone that, well, before we get into that, let's talk about our channel members quick.
Yep.
Because I like to do that. You guys are special. We have memberships, and these are people that actually
That's
Hey.
if you'll take them, Cheryl.
pay money to be a member of our channel. That's crazy to me.
Radio Geek says radio propagate as well.
That's true. I thought about that too when I wrote that on there. I'm like, I wrote propagate. That's all my mind has been about. I've been studying so hard. But anyways, let me get
Hi, Jody.
our channel members
Thank you for coming.
pay a small amount. You have an option of 99 cents or $1.99. Memberships, which people are able to do and have done. Gift other people membership. I think it only allows you to do the $1.99 memberships for people that way. But regardless, it is really cool that we have people that are willing to pay to be members of our channel. What do you get in return? Well, any of our videos that we put out is 3 days early access to that. We do have members only content on our channel. Certain live streams that are members only. We have stickers. Not that, to me, stickers are cool. But this is a members only sticker. Holographic. Which I'm getting more of these, but they're not holographic ones. They're just going to be plain white, like you see up in the top. And great big thank yous. All of that money goes to help our channel grow, helps our hobby. And I just find it amazing that people have the money to want to do something like that for us. So we want to thank each and every one of you. And I also like to read off our current members that we have, and that I did not have prepared ahead of time, but it only takes me a couple seconds to find that. So
Your couple
in the
seconds.
meantime, let Katie talk about what she thinks about our channel members and not repeat anything that I just said.
Our channel members are the best channel members out there.
They are.
They take their hard-earned money and use it to help support us, just like people use their hard-earned money to support other charities or national public radio.
Are we a charity case?
We're not a charity case. No, not by any means. I'm just using an example. But I see you have the list up.
Not yet.
Oh,
You
you're
gotta
trying to
keep
download
talking.
it. Sorry. No, but you guys are always the greatest. We couldn't ask for better friends, family, and members.
Here are our members currently, as I generated this report, in no specific order. Peplin Creek Aquatics, Foxy's Fishes, Autarky Homestead. There's another local channel. That's my good friend Dave Hansen. He's all about off-grid living. If someone wants to put a link up in chat for Autarky Homestead, that'd be cool, so you guys can check him out. Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane. He's like a brother from another mother. I love that guy very much.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just very...
Well, so were Foxy and Peplin.
They are.
Fish Fam, Wisconsin.
Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo. Lush and Salty Aquariums, Redneck Aquatics, Stan Pittman, Ron's Garage Aquatics, Renee Hedinger, Jody P. Tropical Fish Co., Dee Dee's Fin Den, Bear Bottom Branton, Mr. Tundra, who's your uncle,
Yep.
Raj Aquatics, 000, or it could be Triple O, could be ooh.
Not sure. That's a new one.
Ooh, thank you
sounds like
very
a-
much, you. Eric Wyrock, Whips World, Mrs. Hardwater, Jennifer, and as well as Mr. Hardwater, which is Nick at Hardwater Propagation.
Yeah, I messed it up at the Fish Fam. Sorry.
Gilster Gardens, Danikin Aquatics, Deb's Aquapets, Beto Great Lakes, Sideshow, JP Jeffries, Mississippi Hippie Fishies, which is one of my favorite things to say when I read this list. First Class Fish, Mike Henderson, Uncle Smiley's Aquariums, Asia Llewellyn, Prodigal Aquarius, Budget Bonsai, Chris at Tropical Fish Co., Mousy Fishy Files, Flying Mouse Aquatics, which is also Mousy Files. Is that the same person that maybe has 2 memberships? If so,
One's a
that's,
super fan.
that's pretty awesome. And Bwizzle Aquatics, which I didn't see how many that was total, but currently
wait.
that is our 36 members.
Yeah.
And like I said, all of that hard-earned money that people donate by being a member to our channel goes right back into our fish room, into our channel. It helps us pay for things like air pumps, new fish, all of that crazy stuff. How do I get back to the live stream and see how people are doing? There
you
it
go.
is.
Welcome in, Skipper. Thank you for coming. Oh my gosh.
Skipper's here?
Go back up.
What is...
Right here. Jeff Kane. My goodness gracious. Thank you so very much. You did not have to do that. But we are so thankful.
Jeff Kane gifted 20 memberships. Thank you very much, Jeff. It looks like Night Owl Aquatics, Sutton Road Aquatics, Audra Meyer, Bruce Patterson, Fishcapades, Chris Savage, Cichlids,
Savage.
Chi Savage,
Chai Savage.
Chai Savage,
Cheryl.
Cheryl, you got a membership. New
Michael.
Local Austin, Flowers with Horns, Lake Missoula Aquatics and Plants. That's Ben Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Into the Future, 1.618. Oh, man, I went too fast. There's a lot of them. Elfish Tanks.
Yep.
Just One More Fish. Fish Nerd.
Vibes.
Vibes. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that because he's blue, because he's a mod.
Yep.
Vibes got a gifted membership. Skipper, you got a membership. And Cecil Mayberry, as well as Garcia Aquatics, Greg the Guppy Guy, and Outside In Aquatics. Mr. Kyle is a member as well now.
Thank you very much.
Jeff just thought that I needed more to read. I appreciate that. I love reading.
So, aside from testing your ham skills
Well,
on the test,
the other point, the third point for radio, which is the last segment of this, was, is Jake ready to take his amateur exam?
you know, you could have got 100% the other day, but you second guessed yourself on a question, and it was one you already knew.
And that's what made me think about hamstudy.org. It was recommended to me by someone in a different forum, the mygmrs.com forum. Mr. Steve Shannon recommended hamstudy.org because it is free when you use it on a computer. They do have an app that has a small price. I think it's like $3 for the app, which I put on my phone, and it takes all of the questions that are on the actual test, the pool of questions it's called, and lets you go through them, and it keeps track of ones you got wrong and
Thanks,
redoes
Skipper.
them
Have
and
a good night.
all of that stuff. And it's just there's also explanations. You can say I don't know. You can do practice tests, and there's just a wealth of information on there that's given by other people, not only explaining the answers to the questions, but also giving like memory aids to help you remember, like associations and stuff. There's also study material available on there, actual online books that you can read for free. They offer links for downloadable ones that you can pay a small fee for, but all the stuff is available online for free through hamstudy.org. And I have found myself just even the first few days, just gaining knowledge. And over the last couple weeks of it, become very confident in my knowledge of at least the test questions. What I'm hoping to do is at least get my license so that I can actually practice, put things into practice. Radio operation, ham operation, amateur radio type of stuff. And because it's a lot more fun if you can actually do it. Granted, some people can try to transmit and do all of that anyways without a license, and the opinions out there vary as to actually what kind of trouble you'll get into that. I'm with the school of thought is show some respect for the people that have put in the time and effort to learn these things, and not be an a-hole over the airwaves. You know, do your thing. If you really want to learn and actually transmit over those certain frequencies, take your exam. Put the time in there. Learn about it, because that's what it's all about. Amateur radio is to help people learn about radio arts and learn about all of that good stuff. If you want to be able to use walkie-talkies without having to do any of that, go for FRS radios. You don't need a license or anything. You can buy the radios at pretty much any store or anywhere online. If you want to get something a little more powerful and not have to take an exam, you can still get a license for GMRS. It is a small fee of $35. That's good for 10 years. covers your immediate family, your household, basically. And that's what I've done so far, and it's kind of gotten me higher into wanting to do more stuff with radio.
Are we going to bring our fathom of radios with us to the Fish Fam picnic
A fathom of it?
collection so other people can talk?
I'll probably bring a few other ones, yeah. Because that was one of my points of kind of tying in all of this, because we are members of Fish Fam. We go to the cookout that's held by Foxy and Pepland every year. And it's kind of spread out over their things, and if people are separated,
It's a big compound.
and it's growing every year.
Yes.
So to keep people a little more organized as to what's going on, and hey, it's time for everyone to gather together. It's nice to have a radio and just call out, hey, we're going to be doing this now. So, just to keep people organized.
Thank you, Jeff.
Katie and I used it mostly because we have River with us, and if there was what's called a code brown, if you have a baby, you know what a code brown is. A blowout of the brown variety. If I wasn't nearby or Katie wasn't nearby, we could call each other and be there lickety split without
because she was in the stage of doing the gator roll when you go to change her.
It's a lot easier to take a hand real quick and hit a button and say, hey, code brown, get here quick, rather than try to manipulate a phone to even text or call someone, which by their house, anyone that's been there will know that cell service is quite bad.
Yeah, very bad.
So the fact that you might not even be able to do that, radios provide that form of communication.
By the way, I don't want to get too far gone with chat, but Radio Geek said when we were talking about your exam, always go with your gut. And he said another ham radio prep is another good one. It has short videos explaining each section.
I did use that one for a little while, and then I don't know if I forgot my password into it or something. I thought I had it on my phone and I couldn't find it, but
Jeff says he can't locate Homestead on my list, or on his list. And Nasia says, great skill to have when Tawaki happens. Everyone will need a Radio Geek friend.
Well, Jeff, if you go to our main YouTube page, he's on the bottom list of friends. Like our main channel page. Down at the bottom, I have listed different channels. Yeah. So you can find it that way. You probably just not subscribe to him. If you subscribed, though, sometimes YouTube does that funny thing where
where
you
it
subscribe to
unsubscribes you.
What was it the other day that was on there?
It was a normal channel. We won't, that's always in our chat, and it's a friend of ours. And
yeah, I went there and it's like, how come they're not? Anyways, weird stuff like that seems to happen on the YouTube world.
Yeah, especially in the Fish Fam.
But I just feel like I want to get more into radio theory and play around on other channels that, GMRS is more of a tool type thing for most people. It's radio to use while you're doing other things, family orientated kind of stuff. It can be done more than that, but the bands of frequencies that are out there for amateur radio usage is a lot higher, and it's just a lot more space out there, and just something fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy radio and the thought of how it all works. So just learning, just going through the process of learning, and been finding that my practice tests have been doing very well at.
Yes, it is growing nicely for size for the picnic, Jeff.
Someone just kerchunked the repeater now because I got that on the scanner right now.
I know.
I turn it on when I have it instead of Katie.
Oh, he said that's Peplin's name for it. I think it's good. And with a name like that, I think we can do a week-long event. Woo, woo. Yeah, especially if it's like a fish thing. Well, obviously, it's always a fish thing, but I mean, if we're trading fish, you know, stuff like that.
What's cool is it's like you can camp there.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing, just the camping, the cookout, sitting around a fire, just real Wisconsin type friend activities.
Radio Geek says there's something in ham radio for everyone. Tons of modes, tech, and cool experiments.
Yeah. I'm kind of a little
310 said they build antennas for a living, 1 to 30 megahertz.
neat.
Nice. And
That's something I want to
says
try to
he
do
hears
too.
Lamson. Yep.
Yep.
It's not us keying it, somebody else's.
Yeah. I got it on the
We'll get a
scanner.
hold of you after the live Radio Geek. We saw we had a message come in via another source during
When?
the live.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I know that Radio Geek is in the D-Star. It's a digital type of, I don't know how to explain it. I understand it, but I'm trying to like make it seem simple. It's a digital form of radio. So if you take like my analog radios and tune into those frequencies, all you're gonna hear is like digital noises and stuff. But over certain forms of digital radio, you can send texts, you can send pictures, more of a clarity of
Thank you, Jeff.
voice,
I appreciate it.
things like that. And that's piqued my interest. I'm trying to take it slow though, because I don't have a zillion dollars in the world. Not that you need a zillion dollars, but just like fish keeping, radio hobby can be expensive.
Yeah, especially if you're not careful.
That's why, and you know, Aaron, you can laugh at me if you want, but we started out with these. I got the extended battery on there. However you want to say it, I know it as Baofeng AR5RM. They're what's called for most radio people, cheap Chinese radios.
That you pulled the Jake there, Jeff.
What?
He said he's already subbed. He skimmed past it because of the AU.
Oh, autarky,
Yeah.
which is a word for
Self-sustaining.
self-sustaining civilization, basically.
Radio Geek says everyone has to start somewhere. Exactly.
And I have other ones. My main GMRS radio is Wuxin, or it's called Ocean.
Wusan.
It's Ocean is how you pronounce it, but it's a actual Type 95 GMRS rated
Thanks for coming, Michael.
radio. They make this
Have a
for
great night.
amateur ones as well, but I wanted an actual type radio so that I could feel, you know, that I wasn't broadcasting GMRS over a non-type approved radio, which
said-
doesn't really matter in the long run. But it's a nice radio, it's waterproof, it's easy to program, and I got one for Katie too. It's just like that, only blue.
Yeah.
And yes, a keen eye would realize that's not the factory antenna.
Jeff said he was looking for all turkey.
All turkey?
Yeah.
Old turkey.
All.
All turkey?
ALL turkey.
All turkey homestead? No, just because he has some turkeys and chickens there and ducks, it wouldn't be all turkey.
No.
He also has a pond that was dug out that we've been trying to help him with.
Yep.
He's got bullheads that are living in there and
Eating the
propagating. So we've been trying to get him some plants to kind of keep that thing a little more healthy.
plants. So how am I doing on my studying? What free time do I have to study, Jake?
Very little.
Nothing.
Although there's one question and you don't even know why you know the answer.
Simple math. And
What's the question though? You know the answer.
yeah, it was how many meters and
For a certain frequency.
for a certain frequency, if you have or something to do with 6 meters in this frequency, how many inches is it? And it was 112.
I think it was something to do with the wavelength.
Yeah. But it's simple
But now
math.
every time I see that question, I think of Katie and I know the answer, and I don't even have to know why I know the answer, but I can still figure out the equation of how to convert frequency to wavelength in meter size. It is 300 divided by the frequency in megahertz, I believe.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Radio Geek says, sounds like you both need to take your
Yeah.
test and see who does better.
300 divided by the frequency in megahertz gives you the wavelength size in meters. So since like GMRS is usually 462 point whatever, so you take 462, 300 divided by 462 will give you a decimal. It's around 65 centimeters. Should
Okay.
be 0.65 meters.
Okay.
Anyways, I like math, and that's probably why I like to be kind of a radio geek as well.
We're getting to about that time.
Yeah, we started a little late, so I think I'm ready to do the test. The test is a test of...
Just remember, I won't be there to help you.
There's 3 classes basically of radio licenses. The beginning one is technician. It's 35 35 questions.
300.
I have a pool of, I don't know, 160 or something like that. It's all multiple choice. The exam is basically going to be a random picking of all within that pool of 35 questions, and you need at least 26 correct
Thank
in
you,
order to
Sia.
pass, I believe.
Thank you for coming.
So
See, just saying,
you can get 9 wrong and still pass, I believe.
you only got 1 wrong the other day on the practice.
Yeah.
That's your own fault.
And it
You would have
wasn't
got
the
100%.
one. There was one that was like, I have no idea, and I just made a guess. And so when
It was an
I got the
educated
results,
guess.
I got the results, and it was like, I got 1 wrong. I bet you it was that one. And I was with that app, you can actually see which ones you got right and wrong. When you take the actual exam, they won't show you that. But it wasn't the one I thought. It was one that I knew the answer to, and I remember I was like, I second guessed myself. That was the answer I was gonna do, and I'm like, nope. But also during the practice exams, I don't know why, I try to do them as fast as I can too. I don't know if it's just like a competition thing in my mind.
No, but you overread the questions and then you get caught up in them.
That's what I'm afraid of doing is I'll overthink it and then second guess and then make it harder when I should just be able to be like, okay, I know the answer to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's 35 questions. And just like GMRS, I believe the license is $35. Once you pass that exam, you can pay $35 to get your license for 10 years. But unlike GMRS, the license is only good for 1 person. Which is something I wanted to ask you, Radio Geek. I read something within the questions about a non-licensed operator operating under the control of the
Licensed person.
of the control operator. So would Katie, being unlicensed, if I have a license, Would she be
Hi,
able
Beto.
to
Thank you for
transmit
coming.
as long as I'm sitting there?
Who's gonna
And
know if
being
you're
in control?
sitting there?
Well, I mean,
It's not like you're
because
using
there's
it.
a question about a non-licensed person transmitting to another country. You need to have a third-party license between the U.S.
Oh,
and that country.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, well, if you can do it that way, I don't know if I would have to call out the call sign
Yeah. I think so.
or I don't know.
Yes.
So she'd be able to, as long as I would have to physically
Kind of
be
like
there though,
bartending
or
in Wisconsin.
physically.
As long as a licensed bartender is in the facility, you can have a non-licensed bartender pour the drinks. But as soon as that licensed bartender leaves the room, the bar person who was pouring drinks can no longer pour drinks.
Almost like a learner's permit, you can drive if the licensed driver with you. Cool. So that might be a way that, you know, you have less time to study, but I think you should try out that app, and because even in a little bit of downtime, maybe,
That's when I clean house.
well, we'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll try.
Plus, you're way smarter than me, so
Thank you.
yeah. Girls are generally smarter than guys. It's just the way it is.
Jeff, clip that before he deletes the live.
All right. Well, I think it's been a great stream. I think that we try to keep them under an hour, or not under, but at least an hour. Not trying to go over too much. I think we're going to be trying to move our Monday live streaming to a later time. It works better for us, so that we can both be out here. Plus, sometimes I work late. Sometimes the last thing I want to do is to hurry up and rush and get on live stream after I get home from work.
And then
it's my daughter's time. She's excited to see me when I get home. It's our time together. So we'll try it. We'll shoot for next Monday. Case of the Mondays, our original live stream, which is only about fish, but also it's about fish, but also just kind of hanging out. Most people work Monday through Friday jobs, not everybody, but you go through a weekend, you go to work on Monday, and you just wish the weekend would last a little bit longer. So it's the time to hang out and talk with us, and we try to be a little more goofy. It's not as structured. This is trying to be a little more structured on this one. Anyways, I'm done talking.
You sure?
Yeah. What do you got to say for yourself?
Myself?
Yeah.
I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. What a fabulous crew we had in here.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
And a brand new sub, Radio Geek. Thank you so much for showing up.
For being an awesome moderator as usual.
I look forward to having some conversations with you in the future, Aaron. Thank you. That's all we got. Plus, we don't have any cool outro music like Case of the Mondays. We got the intro video and the outro stuff. I don't have anything for this.
Why? You had it before.
Well, we have Jeff's intro thing, which I tend to just play that, but I don't have a theme song for FPR or anything.
Why can't we use the other one?
Because it says we got a Case of the Mondays. That's what the song is all about.
Well, you know what? You're going to have to make one.
Yeah. Until then,
bye, guys.
play
Thank
Jeff's
you for coming.
awesome animation that he made for us.
Radio Geek will be in contact.
Cool. Clear and monitoring. Propagation.